Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Deal or No Deal Island Season 2. And we have a special interview. This all happened by happenstance. I'm so excited. We have Sydnee Peck. Sydnee Peck, welcome to the
Hello,
show.
how's it going, Johnny?
I'm good. I'm good. Now, I do not like talking to you under these circumstances. Like I would have been more than happy to have talked to you when the season was over. You would explain to me how many millions of dollars that you've won, how many new cars that you're living in, or
Yeah, I'll just make up a fake story. We'll just play along.
sure.
Yeah. But
Well,
I wish the circumstances were different, for sure.
okay, I'm here because I want to give you a forum. I've seen some of the feedback online, and I gotta say, for me personally, I feel that Parvati hit the nail on the head. You are a hot mess express, okay?
Right.
In every sense of the word. I feel you're beautiful. I feel you're a mess. All those things. However, if I'm making a TV show, that's what I want. I'm in no hurry to get rid of you. Even if you don't, if your thoughts and playability and all these things are potentially contrast to mine, don't care. A, I want you as a shield, and B, I'm here to make a TV show just like everyone else.
Exactly. I agree. And watching back, I'm like, I would have kept that girl around. Like, I wouldn't keep me around if I were being like a smart player because I was a little out of it at the time. However, I would have kept me around just like you said for a shield, like looking back, my gameplay, it didn't exist. There was no gameplay. I had lost it. I have a very publicly recorded mental breakdown, basically. May it keep me humble. But like, I completely agree with you. For the shield aspect and, just the chaos, the TV element, we're making a TV show, people. No one was thinking about that, apparently.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I will break down a couple elements of your game. I myself being a Survivor Hall of Famer, I did play one season with Parvati, and I've done House of Villains, so I kind of know these things. I break down every episode of every reality show that I watch and talk about it here on this forum. Couple things. That first temple, Sydney, when you explained that you were indeed the leader of the lily pad skipping stone team on the first excursion. Okay, friendly advice moving forward. Okay,
Yes,
do your
I'm here.
damage in confessionals. Okay, in confessionals, I was in fact the leader. I was the greatest person out there. I was the mastermind behind all of it. It was me and only me that was there to save the Golden God, even though I don't know his name as the Golden God yet. All of these things, never publicly, Sydney, it's always a we, even if you don't mean it.
I know. Right. And it's so funny because, like, as you can see, I don't have much of a filter. And if I'm asked a question, it's just like that's just what comes out of my mouth. And Joe asked me that, and like, I was like, that's me. Like,
That's me.
It just came out. And so it's something that I've been working on since filming. Actually, I was actually diagnosed on the spectrum. And so it kind of makes sense looking back at, like, not having a filter and kind of the way my brain works. Sure. But it is something I'm working on. So, I will take that advice and I will take it to heart in case I ever do anything like this again, because, I would like it to be successful, and you're one of the greats. So,
well, DONDI All-Stars. I mean, like I'm casting the Hot Mess Express. Come on. So, and this is coming from someone who's made mistakes in that I love me, and I do spell team with an I. However, I do my damage in confessionals, not out in the open. So
yeah,
so there.
Lesson learned. For
lesson learned. All right. So the Golden God. You come into the game. You're looking over here. You see this ridiculously insanely good-looking man, the Golden God. You're like, hey, what do you do? He does YouTube videos, according.
Yeah, it's funny. They sat us together on the boat. We were at the very front of the boat, And we just started talking, and he told me he did YouTube videos, and I was like, oh, I could see it. I asked him what kind of YouTube videos. He said something with like motorcycles. Like he had like a motorcycle YouTube channel, and I was like,
he has done, I think, 2 motorcycle YouTube videos. So
okay, so it
technically he's
wasn't like a
telling the truth.
complete lie, just
Yes.
a little bit of truth there. Yeah, so he told me that, and we hit it off immediately. You don't see it because obviously it makes for a really funny edit, and it made for great TV. But like, I genuinely thought we were friends. It was as soon as I found out he was married, I like completely backed off. I like told him, I was like, I respect your marriage,
How soon did you find this out?
Pretty much the next day. So like
okay,
all
day
the
2.
confessionals.
Well,
yeah,
and good for the Golden God, keeping that information to himself for an entire day to establish a foundation.
Exactly, yeah. And all of the interviews you see talking about him, like those were all on day 1. And then after that, I was like, told production, I was like, I don't want to talk about him anymore. I want to be respectful of his marriage. But of course, that was.
But he's still hot.
Yeah, of course he's hot. He knows he's hot. He knows exactly what he was doing. And he's admitted in interviews that like he flirted with me first. And like, of course I've fed into it because I was like, oh, but now I just look like this insane girl on the internet.
I don't feel that you came off as insane.
Oh, okay. Well, you are in the minority. And
I am. I very much trust me. I've seen the comments out there, and I said there's a reason he won Australian Survivor. The guy is captivating. He's smart. He's beautiful. He's a total package. The voice, a little whiny.
I wasn't complaining too much about the voice, but honestly, like he was super supportive to me. Like he knew about my lupus. Nobody else on the cast knew, and his wife has lupus apparently. So like he was kind of helping me when I was sick, and talked to me a lot about that. And so when I watched it back and I saw how he talked about me, I was like, this motherfucker. Like, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I had no idea. There was no indication. He's so good at it.
He's so good.
There was nothing that was leading me to believe that he was in that direction at all.
Yeah. Okay. So let's fast forward to episode 2.
Okay.
Once again, more friendly advice. And I really don't even feel this is necessary because you literally explained to the camera in confessional, I need to talk less. The more talking that I'm doing is not helping me.
Yeah.
What do you choose to do?
I keep talking. Listen, I told you I'm working on it. Like it's been good since filming because that's when I went into therapy after and like got diagnosed with autism because I was like, I was so perplexed by my behavior after. I was like, why can't I shut up? And it made me reflect on my whole life. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I like this?
There's nothing wrong with you. I'll be honest. Like there's so many people placed in that same exact situation that are having this same exact reaction that you are. So there's a camera, there's tea, and there's beautiful people, and it's shenanigans. So like if you don't react, there's no reason to cast you.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it made for great TV, and I'm leaning into it and I'm making a joke of it and like not taking it too seriously. But at the same time, it's people think about like your most embarrassing moment, or like you will go through a crisis or something, and something you're like mortified by with your family, friends, whatever. Imagine like somebody films that from start to finish, and then they edit it however they want and then post it for the whole world to see. It's so you kind of have to look at it from that lens. Like we all go through shit, and we all have these little like crisis moments.
Sure.
And if everyone looks at their own life, they have moments like that. Mine just happened to be on television.
Yes. If you get the opportunity to choose when that takes place, minus a camera, I would vote that would be the
I think
easier
the camera
outcome.
Added to it. I think.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Okay. So let's quickly address. We're at the temple. You could be safe. You might not. You choose before a deal is. Maybe pause that interjection before until after the deal is made to plead your case. But no,
you know what? I have a correction. Actually, this is a little inside scoop. I actually gave that speech when we very first arrived to Temple, before the game had even started. I checked with the production. I said, hey, can I do this? They were like, absolutely. And let them know that I was going to do it. and I went up before everything had started. But obviously, you know, it makes for
Yeah,
it
but
adds
still,
to
do
this.
you
Yeah.
don't you think that still plays better after the deal is made once you like
You know, to be honest with you,
save that?
listen, here's the thing. I knew I was going home, and I knew that there was like no saving my ass at that point. So it
Yeah.
really wasn't about like trying to save myself at that point. It genuinely was like, this is going to play for the whole world. And
Yeah.
if there's only one thing I can protect, it's going to be my reputation. And so, like, at least I can walk away with like my dignity, knowing that I apologized and like I genuinely meant it. I know a lot of people don't, you didn't see the whole speech in its entirety, but like I genuinely meant it. I was like mortified, you know? So
I felt it came what everything you said throughout your journey on Deal or No Deal Island. I felt you were being you were showing integrity. You know,
I
as I said,
appreciate it.
you have a different version of integrity than others, and that's fine. We each have our own have our own story to tell. So, but
I
yeah, no,
appreciate it.
I caught that. I respect that. I think you're wonderful, and
Thank you.
we're against the clock. If you could say anything to anyone out there about you, about what we saw and what we have going forward, Sydnee, what would you? The floor is yours.
Thank you. You know, there are snippets of that you saw that are just like 100% Sydnee. Like, as much as I hate to say it, me saying to MG, like, why do you hate me today? My best friend called me and she was like, I was laughing my ass off because that's just you. That's Sydnee. She's like, you do that with me. And that's just who I am. And then, like, he's so hot, it's stupid. That's my personality, you know, and you're only seeing small snippets of 24 hours of filming.
Sure.
So, you know, take all of it and, you know, get to know me as a person before you form all of these opinions. But like, I had a great time on the show. It was an awesome experience, and I never thought I would say I would do reality TV again, but like, there are a lot of calls for it on the internet. People are saying, you know, get this girl on a show. And honestly, I think I would do it. I think it'd be funny. I would just go in with all of these lessons I'm learning, things I've learned from you. You know, yeah. So maybe you'll see me on something in the future. We'll see.
Okay. Well, as far as snippets and all that we saw of you, if that's the greatest hits, I love it. I think you're amazing, Sydnee. Thank you so much for your time. Everyone, Sydnee's great. So you know, be nice. It's a TV show, folks. Let's all have fun. And for more coverage and episode breakdowns, check out DONDI aftershow.com. That's DONDI. People are like, what is that? That's Deal or No Deal Island. So DONDIaftershow.com. We have we cover everything Deal or No Deal Island. We have the Traders. We have all the fun stuff. Survivor's back next month. So check it all out. Thank you so much, Sydnee. I'm Jonny Fairplay. Until next time, bye everybody.